back to the front master cell and power cell. Just time to plug in the lines. These are the CAN lines. One runs from the master cell. There's only one port that it can go into, and this part faces out, and it just pops in there, and it's nice and secure. If you want to take it out, just push the tab in and it comes back out. And this goes to number 2 on the power cell, the lower one, down here from the power cell, or from the master cell to the power cell. And then coming from the back, we have the CAN line here. It's going to plug into the top one, number 1. And you see these are all the lines we talked about for fuel level, tachometer, oil pressure, oil temperature, starter signal, all that goes, is feeding back to power cell 2. All the stuff we're going to use back there. And then the harness in the front has A and B. I've already labeled them A and B. You can tell by the wire colors coordinated in the chart in the book which is A and which is B. B is the top one. I labeled that, but you'll see it in the ISIS picture book, and it just plugs into there, and A goes into the bottom. So I'm going to take the CAN line back off of there. I don't like how it routed there. And put that one back out into the outside. And so a lot of the wiring work on this is just cleaning all this up. A lot of these wires you can't do yet. You know, you got the whole instrument cluster, which can't be, we don't have the instrument panel ready to wire yet, so that's not going to be hooked up. This is for the steering column power. A ground, which you'll find a nice place for the ground. So a lot of this will be situating all these wires nice and clean, getting them out of the flow of things. It'll all clean up nicely and hide up underneath. There's one more main piece of wiring, which is the master cell harness, and includes what they call the bridge cell, which is the connector that goes between the master cell, the ISIS power system, and the power for the controller for this tilt and telescoping steering. So this is what they call the bridge module. That's making the transition to the steering column, the tilt and telescoping. This gray terminal here plugs right into the GM terminal. This plugs into the main steering column harness, plugs right in and locks in. Nothing to figure out there. This is just a relay. You don't have to do anything with that either. And then you're going to have these orange and white go to the wiper motor. This is the actual master cell connector. That's going to plug into the master cell. And then off of that is coming a whole bunch of things for starter, ignition, and grounds. These will go to your switches. And then you got 2 little already terminated female plugs to go right into the brake light switch, which is up inside the foot box. We put that in a couple days ago. A long wires, but most of the time this will clean up really nicely. And the master cell here, you just got to figure out whether we go into the top or the bottom. It goes into A, which is the top one on the master cell. So that will plug into the top one here. I'm not going to push it in all the way because I know I have to open it up and put 2 pins into the master cell, which are located right here, and they'll just go right into there, and there's instruction in the booklet to do that. So now I'm going to spend some time cleaning this up, routing it, putting in some clamps up on the underside of here, and once I do that, I'm going to keep everything away from the steering column, following the outside chassis, and then I'll put the steering column back in.